The Three Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf. Once upon a time, in a sunny little meadow, there lived three playful pig siblings. They were called Percy, Penny, and Peter. Their mother had taken care of them since they were piglets, but now it was time for them to leave the nest and build homes of their own. On a crisp morning, their mother gathered them around. "Listen, my dear piggies," she said. "The world can be a wonderful place, but it also has dangers, like the big bad wolf. You must build sturdy homes to keep yourselves safe." The pigs nodded, kissed their mother goodbye, and set off down the road, each eager to start their adventure. Percy's straw house. Percy, the youngest pig, was carefree and loved to take life easy. After a short walk, he found a field full of golden straw swaying in the wind. "This will do perfectly," Percy exclaimed. "Straw is light and easy to work with. I'll be done in no time." True to his word, Percy quickly piled up straw, tied it together, and built a cozy little house. He even had time to nap in the sun once he was done. "Why work hard when life can be fun?" Percy said, stretching out on his straw bed. But what Percy didn't know was that the big bad wolf had been watching him from the shadows. The wolf was lean and hungry, with gleaming yellow eyes and sharp teeth. That evening, he crept up to Percy's house and knocked on the door. Little pig, let me come in," the wolf growled. Percy squeaked and peeked out the window. "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin," he shouted back, trying to sound brave. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down," roared the wolf, and so he did. With one mighty breath, the straw house flew apart, leaving Percy scrambling to escape. He ran as fast as his little legs could carry him, all the way to Penny's house. Penny's stick house. Penny, the middle pig, was practical but didn't like working too hard. She had come across a forest filled with fallen branches and twigs. "Sticks are much sturdier than straw," she thought. "This will do just fine." She spent the day stacking sticks and tying them together with vines. By evening, she had built a snug little cabin with a wooden door. Percy arrived just as she was settling in. "Penny, let me in," Percy cried. "The big bad wolf blew my house down." Penny opened the door and let Percy inside. "Don't worry," she said confidently. "My stick house is much stronger than your straw one. That wolf won't get us here." But they were wrong. The big bad wolf had followed Percy's trail and soon appeared at Penny's door. Little pigs, let me come in," the wolf demanded, his voice low and menacing. "Not by the hairs of our chinny chin chins," the siblings shouted together. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down." The wolf took a deep breath and blew with all his might. The stick house creaked and groaned before collapsing in a heap. Percy and Penny screamed and dashed out just in time, running to their brother Peter's house. Peter's brick house. Peter, the eldest pig, was wise and hard-working. He had walked far to find the best materials: a pile of sturdy bricks and a barrel of mortar. "A strong house takes time and effort," Peter said to himself. "But it will be worth it." He spent days carefully laying bricks, one by one, making sure the walls were straight and the mortar was firm. By the time Percy and Penny arrived, Peter had built a solid brick house with a strong wooden door and a chimney. "Peter, help us," Percy cried. "The big bad wolf is after us." Peter welcomed his siblings inside and locked the door. "Don't worry," he said. "This house will keep us safe." Just as he spoke, the big bad wolf appeared, looking even angrier than before. Little pigs, let me come in," he howled, banging on the door. "Not by the hairs of our chinny chin chins," the pigs shouted together. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down." The wolf huffed and puffed with all his might, but no matter how hard he blew, the brick house stood firm. Exhausted, the wolf sat down to catch his breath. The wolf's sneaky plan. The pigs cheered inside the house, thinking they were safe. But the wolf wasn't done yet. He paced around the house, looking for another way in. Then he spotted the chimney. Aha, the wolf grinned. I'll climb down the chimney and surprise them. Inside the house, Peter heard the wolf scrambling onto the roof. He quickly came up with a plan. Quick, help me light a fire in the fireplace, he said to his siblings. Together, the pigs piled logs and lit a roaring fire. Peter placed a big iron pot of water on the flames. The big bad wolf's downfall. The wolf climbed down the chimney, licking his lips in anticipation. But as he slid down, he felt a sudden heat beneath him. Before he knew it, he had fallen straight into the boiling pot of water. Ouch! The wolf howled, leaping out of the pot and racing out of the house, his tail scorched. He ran far away, never to bother the pigs again. Happily ever after, the three little pigs hugged each other and laughed in relief. We're safe, Percy said. Thank you, Peter, Penny added. Your brick house saved us, Peter smiled. Mother was right. Hard work and careful planning always pay off. From that day on, Percy and Penny decided to follow Peter's example. They built their own sturdy brick houses next to Peter's, and the three siblings lived happily ever after, free from the big bad wolf. The end.